You volunteered to be the first human to travel at near light speed. You've been gone 24 hours. You know nearly 200 years will have passed on Earth. The navigation computer says you will drop light speed and enter Earth's orbit in 10 seconds. When I left Earth in the first zip drive ship humanity built yesterday, I knew that nearly 2 centuries would pass back home before I returned. It was all autopilot after all. It was a small price to pay for to advance science, not like I had a wife or family back on Earth. System kid made good and became an astronaut. Make America proud, son. I wonder if the countries are still the same. I'm probably going to have to restudy geography. 10 seconds until return to normal space. A long, dead woman's voice begins the countdown. 9. I wonder what kind of new tech they've invented. 8. I wonder if they ever figured out flying cars. Probably not. 7. I wonder what crazy new slang there is. I wonder if I'll even understand them. Will I be like Shakespeare would have been to me? 6. God, I hope they have some sort of brain implant universal translators now. That'd be great. 5. I hope they have transporters too. That'd be swell. 4. And replicators. God, I hope it's Star Trek and not all blown to hell. 3, 2, 1. The shimmering golden light outside the ship that I was experiencing crunched through the rainbow, painfully bright as the zip drive disengaged and dropped me from my loop around the solar system. Oh, thank fucking God, there are fireworks and dozens of starships. Welcome back to reality, Captain Davis. This voice certainly sounds awkward. Something about it seems unnatural. I press a button on the comms panel that opens video comms and say, "Thank you. It's good to be back. I look forward to living in your time." We'll talk about that. Stand by for grappling contact. Did you say grappling? Standard tractor beam technology would rip your old can apart, so yes. There was 4 simultaneous clangs on my hull, and then I was suddenly being pulled up into the closest ship. My ship's sensors were pretty advanced for the time, and I could tell, even without my window coming into view, that the ship dragging me inside was huge. The ones I could see out the window, where they had the fireworks, those were obviously far larger than my flying prison cell-sized compartment, with a once state-of-the-art engine strapped to it. As they pulled me in, I asked, "So, Captain? I'm assuming this is the captain, tell me. Did they ever figure out faster than light travel?" "Yes, I am the captain, Captain Tanner. Let's save the debriefing until you're on board. Let's keep the radio chatter low, the press can hear us." The way the captain speaks, it's like no accent I've ever heard before, but don't want to mess with press. They were nuts in my time, and I assume, are still nuts now. As if to answer my thought, I see a person in a spacesuit floating by outside my ship's window. There are several flashes of light, and then I see a grappling hook hit them and yank them away. I can't help but laugh. I'm still chuckling a few moments later when I feel suddenly, gravity. Sweet gravity. I spent 6 months in 0G a few years before I went on this mission. From my point of view, it's only been a few days in 0G, really. Launched up to the space station with my backup, they made sure the rocket push up to space hadn't damaged me, gave me another day to rest, and then fired me off. I think this means we mastered artificial gravity. With my ship seemingly settled, I unstrap myself from the only seat and head to the exit hatch. "Let me know when it's safe to open the hatch, Captain Tanner," I say. I wait about 10 seconds. I'm about to key up the comms and ask again when he finally says, "Go ahead." I grab the latch and open my ship. A dozen men in full biohazard suits approach me with a purpose. Before I know what's what, I've been stabbed in the arm. No, wait, both arms with a few different fluids. I think one of them is an anesthetic. I was right, I wake up in a medbay. I've seen sterile medical rooms before, and this one looks no different. "Sorry about that, but your oldest bacteria could have killed millions. We've taken the liberty of updating your medical status to modern standards. Also, we implanted a translator in your brain. Galactic government mandates all sapient life be able to communicate with one another. I apologize if you feel like your bodily autonomy has been violated. If you'd like to lodge a complaint, I will act as your attorney." What? No. That's all fine, I guess. If they had given me a fully robot body, I might be upset, but those things seemed reasonable. In any case, the press cannot hear us here, so if you wish, I'll answer any questions you have, but first off, yes, we have mastered faster than light travel. Oh, and no one thought to stop me. Well, initially we didn't know how, and then when we did know how, you had become an incredibly profitable tourist attraction. The captain winced as he told me this. So I'm... what? Humanity's first space tourist trap? The doctor has been standing by, monitoring my vitals, which I can hear are spiking by all the beeps and boops going on suddenly. "Calm down, Captain Davis, take a breath. The captain here is your attorney as well, and in your interest, his company has already established that your estate get 10% of all profits made from tours of your trip, with an extra 20 for any tours sold during periods of nudity or defecation." The captain chimed in. "You're a fairly wealthy man, Captain Davis." My predecessors saw to that when the tours started. "So, the 2 times I shit in a bag during the trip, how much money did I make? The first time you made 47 million credits after interest in today's currency, of course. The second time you made $500 million and change. Many alien species were quite fascinated and willing to pay, of course. I didn't know if I wanted to be sick or jump for joy. I wasn't bad at math. And am I a billionaire? I was pretty sure I was. It had been 6 hours since that second shit, and if I knew anything about interest, it was that it compounds. The captain laughed. Now you're catching on. The doctor cleared his throat. My vitals had stopped making things beep. Ask him the important question, Tanner. Captain Tanner cleared his throat as well, and put on a serious face. Do you want to go for another round? We would put the zip drive into a much nicer ship to live in, of course, and give you a little time before going back. Humanity would appreciate your sacrifice, Captain. Needed a second to think. Tell him the other idea, Tanner. The, proposal. The doctor interjected again. Okay, Doc, okay. The Disney Corp reality branch wants to do a Space Bachelor edition to help you find love in 6 weeks, before shooting you off in the zip drive for another day from your point of view. You'd be contractually obligated to do newlywed things on your honeymoon day, and my team and I have negotiated 50-50 splits on any profits from tours sold while you're being intimate. Ah. So, not Star Trek yet? The captain frowned, and the doctor laughed.